Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel, Knowing the Unborn. I hope you all are doing well in this pandemic situation. Welcome to the second part of Proof of Soul's Existence. The fourth one is near death experience. Near death experiences, as the name suggests, involve people who have a close call with death. To show you an example of what near death experience means, let me show you guys a video from One Piece where Captain Buggy is trying to kill Monkey D. Luffy. So let me open the videos from the YouTube.
ゾロ、サンジ、ウソップ、ナミ。多いのよ。終わり。俺、死んだ。
バカなことを笑った。
やっぱ生きてた。
Many people having near death experiences have out of body experiences in which they report observing their physical body and events relating to it from a perspective outside the body during severe illness or physical trauma resulting in unconsciousness. There is enough research work in NDE presented by individuals with impeccable scientific credentials. For example, Dr. Michael B. Sabam, a cardiologist and professor at the Emory University Medical School, was openly skeptical of NDEs but changed his mind after investigating them. Based on rigorous research, Sabam writes, if the human brain is actually compound of two fundamental elements, the mind and the brain, then could the near death crisis event somehow trigger a transient splitting of the mind from the brain in many individuals? The out of body hypothesis simply seems to fit best with the data at hand. Could the mind, which splits apart from the physical brain, be in essence the soul, which continues to exist after final bodily death, according to some religious doctrines? As I see it, this is ultimate question that has been raised by reports of the NDE. The fifth one is past life memories. Dr. Ian Stevenson, Carlson Professor of Psychiatry at the University of Virginia, has extensively investigated spontaneous reincarnation memories recounted by children. In such cases, he has been able to positively collaborate what the child has claimed by thoroughly investigating details of the place and people they describe, including the dead person they claim to have been. Stevenson has assembled numerous accounts and verified them, always taking great care to screen out fabrications. His studies give convincing evidence that the conscious self can travel from one physical body to the next. Clearly, when one body dies, the contents of its brain are destroyed, and there is no physical process by which they can influence the contents of another brain. The simplest interpretation is that the conscious self must be an entity distinct from the brain. And finally, we need to understand, is man just a powerful computer or robot? A computer is controlled by series of instructions. It is evident that computer has to be programmed by an intelligent human being. Whatever ability a computer has, be it number crunching, object identification, natural language processing, etc., is imparted to the computer by a sentient conscious human being. In other words, if the programmer programs his computer system to sum 2 plus 2 as 5, it would do so. Similarly, if a computer system hooked with a vision system is programmed to recognize a square object as round, it would do so. A computer cannot understand anything by itself. By itself, without being programmed, it is a dumb machine. For example, consider drama, which is being observed by a panel of judges and is also being recorded by a video camera. The judge is using his eyes to record the scene being enacted, and the video camera is recording all the incidents using the lenses, which are the machine analog of the eye. Both the machine and the human observer record the data and information, but the human observer also experiences the phenomenon. The judge, for instance, goes through a whole range of emotions like elation, sorrow, anger, etc. While they view the play, the video camera, on the other hand, merely records the play visually. At the end, the judge makes a decision as to which actor was the best based on the series of images projected in front of the eye. However, the video recorder cannot make any such judgments, although it has recorded every scene of the drama. The difference is that although both the human observer and the camera are watching the play, the human being is conscious, whereas the camera is devoid of any consciousness. Hence, the main difference between man and machine is consciousness. And from all these evidences, we can conclude that soul actually exists. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.